Hey, what is up, guys? We are back with the Christmas edition of You What? Today, you're greeted by Buddy, also known as Jason. I'm joined by my very good friend, the Grinch who stole Christmas, Squeak. How are you, mate?
I'm alright. Why the Grinch? I didn't steal anything.
Well, if you weren't so lazy, you probably would.
Well, hey, what is this? You're not here for like 2 weeks and then you just come back and start insulting me? What is that?
I apologize.
Right.
Yeah, do you know, I need to apologize to the Watsons as well, because my voice, I feel, still sounds a bit different. But I'm actually able to talk now, which is a lot nicer. Because, I mean, Squeak, you can vouch, and all the boys are just like, do you know how bad it's been? Like, people have rang me, I've answered my phone, and they've said, "Who's that?"
Really?
Yeah, like, that's how
'Cause I
bad
don't,
my voice
I
was.
don't believe that. Because having spoke to you and you was just like, I can't be bothered.
Such a
Like,
dick.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Can't be
The
bothered.
thing is, it was like
Like,
1 week, it was like, oh, it's a bit gutting, but it's fine. Like, I'll be fine next week. And the next week came and I was like, "Squeak, you guys still can't talk." Or like, was it the kids said at work? They were like, "Oh, sir, your balls dropped." I was like, "Oh, you
oh
funny
wow.
fuckers." But yeah, I'm back and I have kind of missed doing the show a bit. So I mean, we've missed like 2 weeks worth of news. Certain things were being dropped and we missed out on them. But like, I appreciate Squeak. You know, you done your little videos discussing games that are going out. So we still had content. We've still tried to keep the what's it satisfied. But yeah, apologies for the lack of show. So Squeak, playing Killing Floor last week. What have you been playing since?
I'm still playing it.
It
Like
looks
it's
so
pretty good.
decent, man.
It's like zombies. The only thing that is a bit like there's only like two bosses so far, like so two
Okay.
of the big guys, like and then it's not unlimited rounds, so it's that thing where really what they should have done is done like 10 waves and then a boss and then say another 10 waves and then like put you up against a different boss, but
Hmm.
that, then again they couldn't really do that because there's not enough bosses if you got past fucking the second one.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah.
The thing that I like is I'd like for it to have like a bit of a mechanic, like I don't know if it was in Doom, but like no, what game was it? Bulletstorm that had like all the tricks you could do, and you could like use a
Yeah,
chain to like pull stuff in and kick it. Like, I would love if it had that mechanic because it just looks like quite manic and how it's all kind of kicking off, and you sort of run away. But I feel like having that madness in there as well would have been a good touch.
yeah,
Be,
yeah.
be pretty
And
cool.
the thing is, it's like Abe's guy as well. He was saying like he'd have preferred like to change it up a bit with like building or something like that.
Hmm.
So like maybe like a gear sort of thing where you
Okay,
build up your defenses and that.
like
But
fortifications and that.
yeah,
Okay.
but it's that thing. It's like I say, where it's only 10 waves and that you sort of. But like on hard, it is really hard.
Hmm.
Like Abe, and Jada have only played it on like normal and hard, and then there's like
Was
the
it like insane and
suicidal,
stuff?
and then
Okay.
there's like a next. There's no like easy mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not one of those games. But yeah,
Okay, decent. Well, yeah, there's been a few things kind of been going on. This show's going to be a bit longer than normal because I figure we've been gone for 2 weeks. It's not going to be that long, but I noticed that there was a new trailer for the next season of Telltale's Walking Dead. Season
okay.
three's coming, and yeah, it looks quite interesting. It's got Clementine, and I think what was the guy called? Was it like Javier or something like that? Who was the guy in season two? Because I couldn't remember how season two finished.
I'll be honest. I didn't play season two because it was that thing where I only got season two on the Xbox One, but I
Hmm.
did season one on the 360, and I couldn't
Okay.
be bothered. But I wanted like season one save to go through to season two,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, but you didn't have it.
yeah, so I've got to play
Okay.
through season one to season two, and I can't be bothered to do that.
Yeah,
So,
I couldn't remember how it finished, and it was bugging me because I was like watching it, and there was bits saying like, oh, I just done whatever I could for my family, and there was like this group, they call themselves the Frontier, and Clementine's like saying, oh, they used to be good people, but now they're something else, and yeah, it's just like got a few moments like that, and obviously she looks like she's late teens. now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just looks like it looked pretty decent, and the way they done it, it's just really nice to kind of see something in the Walking Dead realm that doesn't have to abide by the laws of TV, or just because it's a game they can do what they want. There was a spot of Jesus in there as well.
Okay.
Is it Paul Monroe? I think his real name is.
I
But yeah,
have no idea.
so
But
Jesus was in there as well, which is pretty good. Because I like when they do his little nods. Because I don't remember much from season 2. I remember them being in when you meet up with Kenny and stuff. I remember that, but I don't remember much after. Because when they were
okay.
the ski lodge and stuff. Because I swear it was in one of the first episodes. Because Clementine ends up in this ski lodge. She's with a group, and they end up going up, and she ends up seeing Kenny with some other people. So Kenny had survived when he split off from you in the first season, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it started to kind of make another life. And I remember that, and I remember her meeting up with this guy, and I think that's the guy who's in the trailer, but it looks like there's not much else in regards to people from the previous series.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it looks good. So I think that what we should do, I think I think that if / when you come to Bristol, we will do a series where we'll literally sit together and play through season 1 and just play it all through. What do you reckon?
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
You just want to be around me, don't you?
I just think it would be a good series to play. Us just
I just think you want to be around me and be.
popcorn with a hole
But
in the
it's the
bottom of the bucket.
decisions, man. We're gonna be arguing over decisions, like.
Okay, so we've got it. We've got a show. We've got a show. There we go. 2017. Look out for
Okay.
it. We're sorted. You what? Walking Dead season 3. That's an exciting name, isn't it? Yeah. No?
Yeah. Rolls off the tongue. Like.
But yeah. So next bit I've seen is that there's been a few mashups. The one that I'll mention is that there was a tweet, and I went to bring up the tweet just a minute ago to take a snapshot of it and stuff, but it's been deleted. But I've seen the article on IGN, so I thought I'd look into it. But apparently on Hitman, there's a mission. I think it was added for the holiday season in Paris. I think that it was said that they were adding the guys from Home Alone, like they were a target.
Okay.
So they were in the game, and
not,
there was supposed to be a screenshot of them, but then when I went to go on it, it said the tweet had been deleted. So I haven't seen anything from who's it that makes Hitman? That's not a Ubisoft game, is it?
Shit, it's not. I want to say it's Square Enix.
Yeah, but there was nothing official from them. But it was just IGN had reported on it. I looked at it and saw the screenshot, went back to get it, and it was gone, which is a bit annoying. But the other kind of collaboration and mashup that I've seen. Have you seen the trailer for Minecraft meets Fallout?
No.
No,
I have not.
It literally shows Fallout 4, different landmarks from Fallout 4. There's something like 44 skins. Sorry, let me just quickly look. There was 44 skins, so it includes character skins like Forks, Nick Valentine, Tinker Tom, Paladin Cross, Vault Boy, all sorts. The cows have got 2 heads now, so the Brahmin.
Okay, yeah.
There's no longer the spiders in there. They turned it into rad scorpions. And there's quite a few pictures of it. But it's one of those where it sounds really cool. But the thing that was cool about Fallout was the narrative.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go, it's one thing for a person that is, there's some people, there's some that do survival, some that do creative, and there's some that like to build. And those people would like to build their own monuments, their own
like a vault or something like that.
So if for this, it sounds like it's all going to kind of be there already. They've changed the UI so that it looks like the vault, looks like the Pip-Boy. Those kind of colors. It looks pretty cool, but I just kind of wonder how it's going to play, because it's not just going to be like Minecraft, but it's just it starts off looking like Fallout.
It's basically just a skin.
That's
is what you're saying. Yeah.
Wonder, if they kind of add some sort of narrative to it, or some, how you get user created, when you get user created levels that you could download, and somebody would have made their own game in there, and they tell you follow this and go here. If they do that, then it could play out quite well. But I just thought
that would be quite interesting, actually. Almost like a Hunger Games sort of setting in Fallout 4 Minecraft. Yeah.
Because I just thought it was just quite interesting that they've kind of done that collaboration. What collaboration would you like to see with Minecraft, Squeak?
I don't know, because I'm a bit fed up with Minecraft.
Okay, let's flip it. What collaboration would you like to see with Fallout?
Ooh, Metro.
Okay. See,
Metro.
I think I'd like to see Mad Max.
What,
Like
like
a
the
like
desert?
a like a yeah, but like kind of in one of those ways that obviously you've got the massive spaces of like wastes and they got like bits in between, but if they kind of had like the vehicle aspect of Mad Max and that kind of
Okay, yeah.
craziness getting from A to B, but then having like the civilizations that you've got in Fallout, I
Mm,
think that'd be a
I
good
see that.
mix.
I see that. I think the only thing is, I say Metro. I think they'd be quite similar anyway, the
Mm.
sort of settings and that, because they're both post-apocalyptic. They're both like in rundown cities, so maybe that's a bit too similar. I don't know. But
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it. So
yeah.
what's it? I mean, what would you primarily Minecraft? What would you like to see a collaboration? Like, what are the things that you like to see put together? Because we've had, if you've played it on the PC, there are so many things that people have done already that have kind of incorporated the things. Like, they have like Pokemon mods. Um, like you said about the Hunger Games that people have made. They've like people made
Yeah.
game modes like Skyblock and all those kind of things. I think one of the things I really enjoyed back in the day was playing on Tekkit. The
Yeah.
Tekkit
Yeah.
package because that obviously incorporated quite a few like railcrafts and some of the other mods, and then it was kind of put
It
together
was
in a
all the
nice way. So
machinery, wasn't it, and
yeah,
things like that, and just yeah, that
but
was a good
I couldn't
time.
imagine people having like joining a server with random people and trying to get anything done must have been impossible because it was hard enough
Yeah.
when we had our own server trying to get friggin' like oil in from the sea and stuff.
The thing is, you make your own plot, don't you?
Hmm.
So people can't build on it and shit like that. So
But at the same time, it's just like whenever I've played on those kind of servers, you have to walk so far for so long to get away from everyone else.
yeah,
And then yeah,
yeah.
and then it's even worse when you're trying to get your stuff together to make a bed, and then friggin' die. And then if it's a nice server, it'll have like, oh, this is where you died. Walk to that. If it's not a nice server, you start again from square one.
Sad times for you.
Cool. So recently, I was looking at a few things, and I've noticed that I feel like Nintendo, particularly Pokemon, have had a few more wins recently. Um,
Okay.
so they've updated Pokemon Go. So there's a bit of a Christmassy theme in there where they've added Pikachu to have Christmas hats. That's a nice
Mm,
little gimmick for Christmas. They've added
mm,
some of the Generation 2 Pokemon, so I think it's like Togepi, Pichu, and just trying to find my list. But they've added like a few more Pokemon, so they're starting to add Generation 2. I think it's a bit weird just because we haven't had any news on the legendary birds. I feel like make it possible for us to complete Pokedex 1 before you start Pokedex 2.
yeah, yeah. No, I do hear that.
But yeah, the thing where I thought was quite interesting in regards to Nintendo and specifically Pokemon having a win is that in November, Pokemon Sun and Moon outsold Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which I think is a pretty good win.
Yeah, I'd say that's a win. But at the same time, I wouldn't because Call of Duty's like numbers have been dwindling
But it's one of those
forever.
things where
Like
it's still considered quite a like
popular. I mean,
yeah.
it still hit the charts and that. So I mean, yeah, it can't be that like going that low in the
Hmm.
sales.
Because I mean, like Nicola's trying to find things to get me for Christmas, and she was sorting all the stuff out, and she was like, "Is there anything you can get?" And I was just trying to rack my brains because I'm one of those people that if I see something I like, I tend to just buy it. So it makes me really
Yeah.
rubbish to buy gifts for because yeah, if I want it, I've already got it. So I was trying to think, and I was like, "Oh, do you know what? Get me Pokemon Sun. I was like, get me Pokemon Sun, and then yeah, I'll just play that sort of thing." But
Mm.
then she's been trying to find it, and there's no like all the hard copies are sold out, which I
Okay.
thought was quite interesting because there was buzz about it, but I just didn't think
Yeah.
there was actually that much to
That
the point where she
much.
can't get it from Argos, can't get it from Toys R Us, can't get it from Game, like HMV. It's all gone. So yeah, I'll probably end up getting it on the Nintendo store because I've seen a few playthroughs and yeah, it's pretty decent. I like the way they've kind of changed it. It's gone away from being in gyms and having like these island trials that you have to complete. Um,
Okay.
and then like rather than having your like having a Pokemon as a HM slave, you have Pokemon that, for example, you get like a Tauros that you can ride, like running around to move around faster. But then you can also get like I think it's Charizard. I think you get that actually flies. Like you don't have to have Pokemon with fly. You activate these certain things and it does those moves. Like Lapras does Surf and those kind of
Yeah.
things. You can
Yeah.
summon them, which I think is a really good way of doing it because it was just really annoying having six Pokemon in that sixth slot with just a HM slave. Like,
Yeah.
their moves were no good. It was just there to kind of get things through. So, yeah, definitely, I'm going to look into that. But with the Pokemon Sun and Moon community, I think they had a community mission, first global mission. The mission was for people to collect in total 100 million Pokemon. Okay? What had happened, according to Cerebi, is that only 16 million Pokemon were caught. So the first ever global task was a failure. So it's one of those things where, is it that Nintendo just set the bar too high? Or is it that, if you think about it, the target audience for Pokemon, a younger,
Yeah.
we're going between the ages of 10 to 18, really. Like, those are kind of the
You
ages.
say
Obviously,
that,
people.
and then you're looking at getting
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm
Right?
going to get it because I enjoy Pokemon. Do you know what I mean? It's like a
Yeah.
game I enjoy, and there'll be people, you get people that enjoy things outside of the typical demographic anyway. But in my head, it's that if it is targeted at that audience, and mainly that audience is who it's being bought for, will their parents not be keeping it for Christmas? So were they being a bit ambitious doing this global mission too early? Or would they have been better off doing it, yeah, like the first week after Christmas? If they were to do it then, would it not be higher
Hmm.
numbers?
I don't know. I don't know. Because the thing is, I'm trying to think of like community goals on things like Elite Dangerous, but I
Hmm.
can't think of the numbers in that. But 100 million's a lot, like.
The thing is, I remember they had it for Payday 2. I think it was It was one of the paydays, but they had it on like Steam and stuff, and they had like massive community goals that people had to kind of hit. But the way they
Yeah.
done it was that it showed like once we have this many heists done, this unlocks. This many heists done, this unlocks, and so on and so on. And I think the top one was at like it was Payday 2 because they were like if everybody does it, then the first payday becomes free.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was last year they done that, and I think that was really good because people could see where the bar was going the whole way. I don't know how Pokemon kind of presented it in regards to how far people have gotten things like that, but I just think I just trying to look. So looking at how many copies it sold, I'll just see if I can try and see what that was, because they've just said like they sold more than um, Call of Duty. It's in percentages. It doesn't actually say how many millions because I kind of feel like if they sold 10 million copies of it, then what's that? 10 Pokemon each.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like if they only sold a million, that's 100 Pokemon each to catch. That's quite a lot. Like I don't know what the window was, but that's quite a lot. Like I don't know. Do you think that's overly ambitious to think that 100 million Pokemon to be caught?
What was the time scale there?
I'll have a look because again, I don't think it really
I
said.
mean,
It just said
it's that thing, isn't it, of like realistic goals and if they can actually be accomplished, or if it's just like making it just out of reach. So
so. Yeah, well, it ended on the 12th of December, but I can't see where the start date was. But yeah, apparently the next global mission is due to start on December 27th, and it tasks players with searching for Pokemon using the island scan feature. But more
uh,
information will be announced closer to the mission's kickoff. But at the same time, yeah, the user base will more than likely double because, like I said, people that would have bought it. I'm just trying to think like when I was younger, my mom bought me stuff. She'd be buying me games that came out in October and November, and I wouldn't see them until Christmas. It's just how it was.
yeah, yeah. No,
So
I do hear that. Like it's your Christmas present, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
Like I
exactly.
mean, you know,
So
or it'd be like January when the
yeah.
sales are on, things like
So
that.
it's interesting to kind of see how that goes on. There was talk with Nintendo Switch. Um, there are going to be events for people to try it, but unfortunately, it's only planned for North America. Um, so yeah, in January through to March, there's a bit of a tour. So New York from the 13th to the 15th of January, Canada from the 27th to 29th of January, Washington D.C. from the 10th to 12th of February, Chicago from 17th to 19th of February, San Francisco 24th to 26th of Feb, and then Los Angeles 30th to the 5th of March. So apparently the first 2 days is invite only. So I'm guessing that'll be press and high profile people. We're not quite there yet. Um, but the third day will be open to the public, so it'll just be first come first serve. So it's
Okay.
just quite interesting to think that seeing the Switch. Sometimes you see a console like the Switch and how ambitious it is, and it's still like such a prototype that nobody will get to see it for like until like next E3.
I was gonna say what I've heard about it though is it's not as powerful as say like the PS4 is now,
Hmm.
or I'm not sure if it was PS3. The
Okay.
thing is that what I heard is it's basically if you remember the Nvidia Shield,
Hmm.
so
Okay.
it's that sort of thing. It's running off the old architecture rather than the new.
The thing is, though,
So
does Nintendo need it? Like, because they've not to say they've done terribly, they've managed to survive all this time, and I think what since the GameCube, they haven't had like the high end graphics like the others have. They've
but you've got to think now, you're saying this, yeah, but they're bringing the likes of Skyrim and things like that. They're sort of branding out, aren't they? Like,
mm,
and so, I mean, I guess in some way to run certain stuff, you've got to have like decent
but I'm just thinking when you look at,
capabilities.
I guess it is like you say, is the games kind of that they do because in fairness, when you look at the Skyrims, like when you look at Bethesda in particular, their games are not made to be beautiful at the
No,
start.
that's true. Like,
Somebody has to mod it or do something to it to then improve it later on. But like with a lot of their games when they do the cell shading, it looks really good from what they've done with the cell shading. And I think for what it will do handheld wise, it will be really amazing in the handheld market, which is where Nintendo
yeah.
dominate. They've not since what early 2000s has Nintendo dominated in the console market. You got to think the
The thing
64 was their last like when they were the shit, and then since then it's kind
I
of
was
been.
gonna say, I'd be interested to see someone that would buy it as like a primary console,
Hmm.
maybe rather than like a handheld. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just ask them why. Why would you buy it as a primary console when there's stuff like 360? Not 360. What am I on about? I'm on about like old consoles. Like the one and well, you could have the 360 still. They're
Hmm.
still selling it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't really pick one up. But you know what I mean? Man, you in saying that 360 had fucking Skyrim on. That game's 5 years old.
Yeah.
You got to think about things like that. So I guess really power won't really mean a thing if that is the case.
That's the thing. I think that the way they've marketed it is that like you can play it on your TV, but its main thing is that you don't play it on your TV.
Yeah,
So like it's
yeah,
not going to be of like a amazing on 4K.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It does seem like you're saying it's almost one of those where it's like, oh, like it's a portable console almost, but then
Hmm.
it's sort of like, and then when you get to a TV, you can use your TV. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Rather than like plug it into your TV and then you can take it away.
Yeah. That's the thing because
Like,
like when I was born like Tiny's laptop for a while and with the Windows 10, like I would have the laptop on my lap and be playing my Xbox through that, and then letting other people have control of the TV. And I
yeah,
think that Nintendo Switch just enables that. If they're able to have those like really amazing games, I think I'd play a lot more games on say like my iPad if I was able to have peripherals to play it with.
yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like the touchscreen controller thing just doesn't work. You can get apps that so say do controllers, but then you're just using another handheld touchscreen thing as a controller,
yeah,
which is yeah.
yeah.
Another thing that was brought up, I think this was um, on IGN. They had a YouTube video showing how have you can use wireless controllers. They got like the classic NES Mini that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get a wireless. I can't remember what the company's called. Do apologize, but you can get a wireless NES controller for $40, I think it was. But the dongle it comes with actually attaches to like PlayStation pads and things like that, and
Okay.
and the wireless Wii controllers. So yeah, so people were just kind of saying, if you want to kind of use a better controller, you can still do that and play the classic ones. But again, that's another thing where Nintendo's winning because it's nigh on impossible to get one of those from a retailer. You have to go to somebody
Okay.
else, and the
Yeah.
prices are inflated on that as well. Like it's just mad the demand for something so old.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
No, I
but
do hear
again
that.
that's where Nintendo wins. Like I wasn't dying for Pokemon Sun and Moon, but when it was like, oh, what can I get? Do you know what? Getting Pokemon Sun. Like I haven't played a Pokemon game for ages. Like I still play Pokemon Fire Red on an emulator on my phone. Like I got Pokemon Ruby on my DS. It's just
Yeah.
I do enjoy the mechanic of Pokemon. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
I
do,
hear that.
do you have a favorite Nintendo game, Squeak?
Hmm. I gotta go with like something really generic and classic. Is Super Mario World, isn't it?
Okay. I quite enjoy that. Like I was just trying to think of a game that's a bit different that like I really enjoy. So I'm trying to think like GameCube, what would be my favorite game? I think like Mario Kart Double Dash. I think was my favorite game on the GameCube.
Okay. I never had a GameCube. It
Project
was one
Duff.
of those. I went from the SNES to the PlayStation
PlayStation. Okay.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I remember it was my friend Eli that had one, that then led to me getting one. Like he had one, played it, and it was really good. So then I got one.
Okay.
But like like Super Mario Sunshine, some people liked it. I wasn't a massive fan of it.
Luigi's Mansion.
I never played
That.
Luigi's Mansion. I
Did
never
you
played
not?
it. No.
I love that game. I don't know why as well, but yeah.
So yeah, like it was a decent console, but it was just again like Nintendo. I think that's when they had some really good games, but they just didn't. I don't know if they became overconfident then. They're like, oh, we're Nintendo, we can do whatever the fuck we want, and it just kind of didn't work out for them. But yeah, I'd be interested to
Yeah.
hear from you guys. Like, what is your favorite Nintendo game? So, I mean, if you can come up with something in the GameCube era, that I think that interests me a lot because again, when you go back, people be like, original NES. There's a few niche games that people might say, but generally, it's Super Mario Bros. Either 1 or 3 is what people mention as
Yeah.
their favorite NES game.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo tends to be Super Mario World, maybe Star Fox, Super
Yeah.
Street Fighter. Those tend to come up quite a lot. N64, you've got the classic Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, those kind of games. But GameCube,
Yeah.
what games was it on the GameCube? I think the GameCube had an online Resident Evil game, I think. I think
Did
like
it?
there was a Resident Evil on the GameCube that I think was like it was like a cult classic for Resident Evil fans, and that was one of the best
That
Resident Evils was on the
wasn't
GameCube.
wasn't there like Resident Evil 4 or
Yeah,
something
I
like
think so.
Code Veronica? I don't know.
So,
I don't really know my Res Evils
so it'd
that
be
well,
interesting
to
to
be
hear
honest.
what people kind of think is their favorite Nintendo game. So I'm going to go into this week's WhatsApp. It's talking a lot about Nintendo. So the other day, Super Mario Run came out on iOS, and because it's on iOS, I don't have a screen cap, so there isn't a separate video to watch it. But I must say that I am very underwhelmed with it. I went in with really high hopes, and
Is that not why you're underwhelmed though? Did you not set the bar too high and
let me
then
just
you
go into
like
let me just go into it, and then like when you see the point
okay.
when I was like, it kind of makes sense, yeah. So it's a running game. Mario automatically runs across the screen. When there are things that are about waist high, he'll vault over it automatically. You can tap the screen to jump off it. So if he walks over and it's like a little ledge, he'll jump it. Warp pipe popping up a little bit, he'll just vault it. Goombas and Koopas, he'll vault them. When you're on top of them, if you press jump, then he'll like do an attack, or you can do the classic jump onto them and do it that way. And then you've got kind of the levels. Some of them have blocks you can break, or there'll be like an arrow that points in a diagonal direction, and then you can kind of modify the route you take.
Okay.
So then if you jump higher, you can take like above the blocks and collect the coins. They have some pink coins. Apparently when you collect those, I wasn't really sure of what they do, but it's kind of like once you collect them, it's like another challenge on the screen of things to collect sort of thing. So yeah, you go through the first 3 worlds. So world 1, and you do world 1, stage 2, stage 3. When you get to stage 4, that's all you've got. That's all you get for free. Like they've said, you have to pay for it from them.
Oh really?
Yes, and that is the point when I was like,
Wait, they give you 3 stages and then they're like, "Fuck you, pay me." Like that's
so
amazing.
I get like it's free to play and they need to make their money somewhere. But like I'm just loading it up now so I can just show you kind of how they've carried on, because like I've linked it to my my Nintendo account, so like if I want I can run with my Amiibo or my Mia, whatever he's called. But like it was just very much like yeah, I just couldn't believe it. So you got tour mode. Sorry guys, like I said, I do apologize. But look at how many there are. Yeah, goes all the way up to 6. That is all you get for free. If you want to go any further than that, sorry, you have to pay. And that's why I was
brilliant.
like, do you know what? So there are 6 worlds. If I was to get to through the 3rd one and then had to pay for the rest, okay. But like that's not even a 6th.
Yeah. That's
And
kind of greedy.
it's really annoying because the gameplay, like it is a fun little game to play. It is decent. There isn't really an endless run mode, which I thought there might have been. And it looks really good as well. But that there, I just can't get over it. Like when it said it, I didn't even look at how much it cost. Let me look at how much it cost because it pissed me off that much. I was like, do you know what? You can fuck right off. Like who the fuck are you trying to?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't impressed. It's £8. If you want to purchase all the worlds, it's £8, which I guess isn't a massive amount. But the main thing I try to do is when I do these WhatsApps, is that they're mainly free to play and they're games that you can play without having to chuck money at them.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I heard it was a free to play game, I figured there'd be transactions in there somewhere. But that just takes the piss. They might as well just call this a demo. They might as well just give you a demo.
Yeah.
And then say the second one is the free game.
That's the thing. You sort of expect microtransactions in like free to play and stuff like that and apps, but that's just. It's like you say, it's a demo. Because you can't continue to play it.
They are absolutely taking a piss. They've got a rally mode, so you kind of race an opponent, and you kind of race a shadow through it. But the aim of it is to have a stylish run and impress the toads, and then you get more toads. But again,
more toads for what?
Like almost like an audience. Like that's kind of like your ranking, how many toads you get. So when you tap, like if you do multiple jumps, like Mario do flips. If you jump in there and tap it, he'll do like a spin. Like doing that kind of things earns you more coins. More coins means more toads. But like again, it's just like, but why? Like what? Why do I want that? Why have I got that? And I think that because it was Mario and because of that IP, this app, again, there was expectations for it. And like I said, the bit that I did play was fun. But then, how are you going to say to me, I've only got those 3 stages and that's it?
Yeah. It's not really an app, is it?
No. And I feel like they haven't given me enough for me to then go, oh, I want to keep going. Like I feel like I was just getting started. You don't even get to do the first castle against Bowser.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a bit weird because like you'd at least expect you to like finish the first world sort of thing, like.
Right. So it's one of those things where I feel like
that's really
shit.
It
does. Mario does look good. Like graphically it all looks really good. The sounds of your classic Mario sounds is really nostalgic and it's really nice to go back there. And even the gameplay mechanic is really good. But the fact that Nintendo have done this has really like. And I'm trying to think of a fair score to give it because this is only one aspect to it, but it just limits the game so much.
It's kind of a big aspect to it, though, isn't it? Really?
That's the thing. I think that if you've got the disposable income and you just don't mind spending money on apps because you play 1 minute and not the next, then it's probably a really good game for you. It's probably like a 7, 8 out of 10 for you. But in regards to being a free-to-play game, I would much rather Nintendo throw in some ads for their properties, like Nintendo Switch for 3DS. If they just had the same Pokemon ad over and over again, it'd be annoying, but I'd accept that over them trying to charge me £8. So
the thing is, though, they wouldn't actually make money off those adverts with them being their own. If you know what I mean, you need external adverts to make the money. Yeah.
So I don't even know where to score this. I mean, if I was to say 4 watts out of 10, would you say that was fair on what I've given you? Is that too high?
That seems too high. Because, like you say, it's not an app; it's a demo.
Yeah.
Like it's not to a point where it's like, okay, now you have to grind. It's to a point where it's like, okay, pay me. Like,
yeah.
Fucking pay me. Like,
because the thing
is,
you can replay those 3 levels again, but they're not that.
Yeah,
long.
but because that's like saying no, because that's like Outlast 2 demo come out. I can play that over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But then it stops. And boom, there's essentially you can say there's the paywall because you got to buy the full game to get the rest of it.
Yeah.
So it's a demo, man. It's not even an app.
So I am gonna give it a generous 4 out of 10 then. In that case, 4 watts out of 10. The link will be down below. It's not on Android. It's strictly iOS only. But to be fair, I think if you're on Android, it's not the end of the world. Is my honest opinion.
Doesn't sound like a sad time. Like,
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Not gutted at all. Okay. So yeah, make sure guys that you get hold of us on all the different social media. You can get us on Twitter at @UWatt_. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/UWattpodcast. You can get us on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com, and we're on YouTube if you want to see our lovely faces at youtube.com/UWatt. Please, if you've liked this at any point, even if you've gone a little hee hee, click the like button, make sure you subscribe, and share us with your friends. If you want to just, chuck us a cheeky message or send Squeak some Christmas nudes, you can email us at uwatmail@gmail.com. As always, you what is spelled UWatt. Squeak, show him the T. Shirt, not like just the letter T on your T. There we go.
There you go.
Cool. It would have been nice to get some of the lads on, but I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this show, so I didn't arrange anybody coming on. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's celebrating Christmas and just say I hope you have a good one. We won't be having a show next week because normally we record on a Sunday and that will be Christmas Day. So yeah, so that, we will see you guys in the new year. But before we go, Squeak has should we call it a winter fact? Is it a Christmas fact?
Sort of Christmas.
Sort of Christmas. Okay, go on. Take it away.
Okay. Norwegian scientists theorized that Rudolph's red nose comes from a parasitic infection. So there you go. That's why his nose is red. Could have been a tumor or anything. I don't know.
So he's got parasites in his nose?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really not good, and people are just singing about it.
But the
and
thing is,
shit.
but the parasite, is it terminal or is it just a red nose?
I don't know. I don't know what parasites do. I mean, shit.
I thought you were one, so I thought, it takes one to
Oh,
know
shit. One. Oh, shit. Okay. I see where you're going. Fuck yourself.
And on that note, I've been Chase. He's been Squeak. And we hope you have a great Christmas.
Later.